All right, guys. So we just talked about in the last video about the rubric. Now I want to talk to you guys about Moodle. Moodle. A lot of you are still struggling with how to work Moodle. How does this work? Okay. Simple steps. Okay. Step number one is to go to LHMS website. Go to the LHMS website, and that way you can click on student. When you click on student, it's going to take you to quick links, and these are links and different things that you can use as a student and things that you may use as a student. Here are three of the things that you will use in my class: Moodle, which is right here, Office 365, and Google Apps. Let's focus on Moodle right now. So let's click on Moodle. It's an online course. Um, and you're going to log in using your student portal information. Log in using your student portal information. That's my teacher portal information. I'm going to log in. And when you get logged in, you're going to search for the class. Now, yours is not going to look like mine. I have a lot going on as a teacher. Okay. So I'm going to click on my high school credit class. There are three different classes. We have an introduction class, I have a fundamentals class, and a digital video class. The introduction class is the level one students. Okay, so if you are a level one student, that's your class. And that's usually this class right here. There's two courses. Okay, semester number one, we're in Introduction to Arts, AV Technology, and Communication Career Planning. And then semester two, we're in Introduction to Arts, AV Technology, and Communication. Okay. For my advanced classes, which are my level twos, that class is Fundamentals of Visual and Performing Arts, first semester. Second semester, it's Fundamentals of AV and Print Technology. Okay. For the high school credit class, it is Digital Video Production 1, Level 3. And so that one is all year. The course doesn't change. That one stays the same all year long. So we're going to use the high school credit one just because it's easier and it's a year course. The intro class and the advanced class are 2 semester courses. Okay. So remember that. All right. So when you open it up, it shows you the different topics, the different things that are there. Okay. Uh, and the two things that you're going to focus on from here until the remaining of the year, unless I tell you there is a special video posted online for you, are you're going to focus on topic one, which is the weekly production log, and I'm going to show you how to do that, and the show planning. Okay, weekly production log and show planning. So let's work on the weekly production log. Okay, weekly production log. I click on it. I want to download this weekly production log so that I can fill it out. Okay, now here's something I want to stress to you. Once you download the format onto your computer, whatever computer you use at home, um, wherever you might use this computer, if you save the format to your computer, it will always be there. Then you can go into the format, fill out the format, save it, and re-upload it. Let's talk about that another day. But let's say we're starting from scratch. We're learning to fill this out. So I'm going to click on this. Okay. Depending on what kind of computer you have, will determine how um you're going to upload it. Okay, so I downloaded it. Now I have to open this. On a Mac, I have a MacBook Pro that I'm working off of right now. On this MacBook Pro, I'm going to click this arrow right here, double click here, and guess what happens? This opens up. Okay, this gives me a chance to fill this out. Okay, and I can finish filling this out. Okay, so let's go through filling this out really quick because this is a sample that I've worked on. All right, so I have my name, James Walls, class period, period 2, so whatever your class period you're in, week slash date. What that means is the week that you're submitting this. You submit the weekly production logs every single Friday. You can submit it before that, but it's supposed to be submitted every single Friday. Okay, so week slash date. So from the beginning of the week to the end of the week. Okay, if we only had 3 days in a week, then you could put the beginning of that week to the end of that week. If we only have 4 days in the week, beginning of the week to the end of the week. How many days we ever had, however many days we had within the week will determine what you're going to put there. So January the 4th through January the 5th. The date that your project is due or the date that your show is going to air, you can put January the 8th. Okay. Your responsibility. If you were the director, put director. Okay. My job title slash assignment this week, I was the director. Or if you're working as the reporter for the weekly report, put reporter for weekly report. Okay. What were your responsibilities this week? That's where you go in and you tell me what it is that you did this week. We learned about this. I worked on my weekly report and I worked on my show. If you only did the lesson and the weekly report, that's all you did for the week. Okay. What did you accomplish this week? What did you accomplish this week means what did you accomplish? What did you finish? What did you complete for the week? Okay, that's where you put that. So I finished my weekly report. I finished my report for another show. I finished a special assignment that you gave us. Whatever you accomplished, that's what you put there. What do you still need to accomplish? That's where you start telling me what it is that you're still working on. That's where you tell me what it is that you're still working on. The reason you didn't finish it. Why didn't you not finish this? This is going to help me to understand when I'm working with you what you need help with. Okay. What help do you need? So the reason you didn't finish it, now you can tell me why you didn't finish it because you need some help. And if you need the help, you may not need the help. You just probably didn't get to finish it. Okay. And what do you need to do next week? What do you need to do next week? That's where you tell me, hey, I'm working on this project or that show. Okay. Once you do that, once you fill it completely out, I'm going to save it. Hit the save button. This will actually save. Oh, I'm going to go File, Save As. Mr. Walls even had a slow moment. I'm going to put it on the external hard drive here really quick because I got so much on my computer. I'm going to put James Weekly Production Log. So you need to know where you're saving it at, and then you save it. Name it, know where you're saving it, name it, and save it. So I have it saved now. I can close this out. I know where I saved it, and I have it saved. So now, there is typically a button that says Edit Submission. I need to get out of here so that I can show you that button and what it looks like if I was to switch my role to be a student. So, Add Submission, there it is. Then I'm going to click this arrow. So I clicked on Add Submission, and then I'm going to click this arrow now to upload the video. So let's backtrack. So you can see that again. Click Add Submission. Okay, and this is after you fill the form out. Okay, click on the arrow, click on Choose File, and wherever the file is at, James Walls weekly production log. Upload this file and then save changes. When you hit save changes, you need to make sure that goes through. When that goes through and bring you back to this page, that means it's submitted to the teacher. Okay, that means I have it. I mean, Mr. Walls has your weekly production log. If you do that, your weekly production log is done. I can promise you, if you do it that way, it is complete. I hope you guys learned a lot and should be able to do your weekly production logs. Uh, this other section right here, I'm going to briefly talk about so that your parents who are possibly watching this with you can understand. This right here is where they post their shows at and post their scripts. So if they're doing a show in the class, some classes are doing shows, some classes are not. If they're doing a show in the class, they post their shows right here. They post their scripts right here. Like, for example, let's look at this one right here. This is Kaylee and Kobe. Kaylee and Kobe. And this is their show right here that's going to air on the 26th. And they posted what's happening, all the instructions, shots, everything is here. And then Isabella Johnson, I guess, is their anchor from what I read. And so this is her script. Okay. But this is the show planning center. Okay. This is where you guys will plan out your shows. This is where you will plan out your shows. Okay. Now the question may be, do I have to plan out or write out my script for the weekly reports? You should write them out. I encourage you to because I may call for them. But do you need to turn them in? Absolutely not. You do not have to turn them in unless I call for your script. Okay. You may want to get approval from me. That's totally fine, but you don't have to. Just remember, if you would do it in front of Miss Kendrick and you think Miss Kendrick would approve, I would approve. If you don't think Miss Kendrick would approve of your report, don't do it. All right? Well, I think I've talked long enough about Moodle. We're going to go to another video that you guys are going to click next where I will talk about Office 365. All right.